But God Almighty! And then there was another pregame show with Mike and Chris. That was on. Was that Sunday? Yeah, the pregame show. Oh, God Almighty.
But it was live from the Garden.
Oh, God Almighty.
Don't do this to us.
By the way, I'll tell you how much impact that had. I had no idea where they were. Talking about Mike and the Mad Dog, who did this afternoon show here on the radio station. You obviously know if you're in this area.
Yes.
But, I mean, it's just dreadful.
Stop it. Take a day off for crying out loud.
And I like both of them, you know. We love Francesa, but it just, I mean, stop the madness.
That has nothing to do with it. You're not on enough?
Francesa, by the way, Ken Aletta was asking, he's the guy apparently doing this story for the New Yorker on the I-Man, and he asked Joel, going to be a great day for Joel today, by the way, asking Joel if how difficult I was to work with, and Joel said he's not difficult at all to work with.
Yeah.
The most difficult person to work with at the radio station here is Francesa.
Hands down.
It's impossible to work with.
Hands down. Sure.
Who refuses to meet with the clients.
Anything.
He's the sweetest guy in the world, by the way.
Love him.
He's got the absolute worst attitude of anybody. Won't come to work.
Salespeople pass him in the hallway. They say, "Hi, Mike." He just keeps going straight ahead. Yeah.
Got this hideous, horrible attitude.
Blame it on him.
The worst attitude of anybody.
Unbelievable.
I remember you remember I used to have the same attitude back at NBC in the 70s, but I was drunk.
Yeah.
Coked up.
You know
of course I had a horrible attitude.
Who are you guys? That was it. But you weren't responsible.
But I mean, God, but it just makes the, you know, and our program director could be, he's the best program director I ever worked for, Chernoff. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Pittman was a good program director, but this guy's just fabulous. Yeah. There's nobody better than Chernoff.
Nicest guy, too.
And the nicest guy. And Francesa just treats him like dirt. It's only said this.
Hey, I know Bill Parcells.
Yeah.
Mike, could you read this?
And it isn't like, you know, it isn't like. And then as soon as somebody offers Mike another job, or as soon as he gets somebody else even indicates that they want to hire him, he's hideously disloyal to us here at the radio station and CBS, by the way. So, God, I mean, I thought, well, I love Francesa. Why don't I sit down and talk to him? Try to talk some sense into it. Talk about loyalty.
Yeah. Just basic.
That kind of thing. And just talk about just being a reasonable person.
Principles.
Yeah, and principles.
Sure.
No, just out of control. Mm-hmm. Out of control.
At least years ago you could blame it on Demon Rum. He's stone sober.
He's cold sober.
Sure.
And he's just the biggest jerk.
Yeah, and a baby.
Not personally. And not with me.
We're talking.
He's a good friend of mine.
Professionally.
He's the best.
Right. He's a sweetheart.
Isn't he a great guy?
Love him. Love him to death.
But to work with him is just, he's the worst. It's a nightmare.
He's an a-hole. Yeah.
Well, that's not an exaggeration.
No. A gaping.
Just a gaping a-hole.
Right. Well, it's true.
I said, well, Charles knows it's true.
Oh, it's canyon size.
It's canyon size.
Hemorrhoidal.
Gargantuan.
You know, I don't. You want to. You have the brain. That's pretty good, Brain. You're great, Brain.
Absolutely.
I got fabulous.
Another guy with a hideous attitude, by the way, is Breen.
That was
Wait a minute. Oh, well, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah,
No, you and I will talk at 10. That's when we'll talk. Oh, God, what's the matter with these people? They're lucky to have jobs.
Get a perspective.
You know, it's like I used to say about John Gambling. He couldn't put together an audition tape and get a job at any radio station in America. Yeah. They're lucky to have these jobs.
What a snooze.
On your knees and pray.
Did you think Francesa could make a tape and send it to a station any place and get a job? No.
They don't appreciate it, babe.
They get these jobs handed to them
that they've fallen into,
paying them $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 a year, and they act like idiots.
It's the lottery, baby.
If I'm lying, I'm dying.
You're not dying.
Am I even exaggerating at all? No, absolutely not.
No. Exaggerating, undermarketing. You ain't. You the eye man.
And then the program director and the general manager are afraid of them.
Sure.
I'd fire their ass today.
God, fat ass.
I said, get your fat ass out of here.
What are you?
What are you, nuts?
With that attitude?
And what do you think would happen to the ratings? Nothing.
They'd go up.
Nothing. They'd probably go up.
Yeah. He'd be selling baseball cards in Long Beach.
I mean, idiots who are going to listen to sports talk radio are going to listen to it. They don't. They want to hear themselves.
Absolutely.
They're not interested in what these two morons have to say.
They want to get their opinion. You're an intermediary. Come on.
When they begin to think that they begin to think they're me, like they have some kind of impact on anything. It's idiotic.
Outrageous.
Who's the easiest person in the world to work with?
You man! You man! You're the man!
I am. What I am.
Francesa, son! Get him out!
Break your other knee!
You know what I spent half of my time doing?
What?
Meeting with these stupid clients back there. Is that right, Bernie?
Yes, absolutely.
Day in, day half of my time. They parade them in here. They fail them to get down with them. I sit there and talk to them and about their crummy mattresses or whatever the hell they have.
Want some chips? Go ahead.
Their junk they want to sell.
Talk to my wife on it. Here you go.
It's unbelievable. Yep. That's what I spend half my time doing.
Yes. Absolutely. Every day. Every day.
Check this out, I'm Look out here for you.
You know, I think I could sell that for you.
When my last contract was up, I was offered $3 million more a year than I got to stay here. 4 till the hour.
I am the song of hellfire, and I bring you in the morning.
New Talk Radio, 1230 FYI. This morning news time is 5 minutes past 7. We're going to talk to Fred, and he's out in Santa Fe, and he'll be appearing on behalf of your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer. Tony Hendricks coming up here in just a little bit. Also, Pig Feast and a new edition of South Lawn. But first, here's Mike Francesa, who we were just talking about a couple of minutes ago. Good morning, Mr. Francesa.
Good morning, Don. How are you?
What has happened to you?
And what do you exactly... Now, Bernard just woke me up. What exactly are you talking about?
Well, the rumor, the word around the station...
The rumor?
Let me just finish.
Okay.
The word around the station is about how impossible you are to work with here at the station, and I said that can't be because Francesa is one of my best friends, and he's the sweetest, and Charles will concur in it, the sweetest, nicest person, most giving person, and he was one of the first people on the phone buying an Imus acre. I mean, this can't be the guy.
Well, wait a second. Bernard told me what you basically said was that I was, to the company, a disloyal jerk.
Yes. Absolutely.
And you are the most perfect employee.
Yeah, I am.
Citizen of the world. How do you sleep at night? Here's a guy, folks, who is the phoniest bastard who ever walked down.
What are you talking about?
Here's a guy, folks, that if an engineer walked by his office and spilled something, he'd be on the phone to Mike Lynn, he'd have his bags packed and be out of the building in 10 minutes.
That is absolutely not true.
To quit 150 times.
That is absolutely.
Oh my God!
How can you say this?
I've never seen it. Chernoff comes out of your office beat up like Rodney King every morning.
I deny this.
I learned.
I deny every bit of this.
You taught me how to do this. And now you're turning on me? No. That's wrong.
wrong.
You gave me pointers on how to do this.
I am not turning on you. That's the point. I am very loyal to you. And
what are you exactly accusing me of doing?
Well, you're impossible to work with. You
In what way?
Well, I don't know. You won't come to work?
Wait a second. I've worked there 13 years, longer than I think anybody who's there just about, consecutively at one of the main positions.
Yeah.
I've never, ever not worked. I've worked now about 40 days in a row, weekends. I work when I was sick every day. I've worked for 13 years, never broken any contracts, never renegotiated any contracts, never made any ultimatums. Exactly, wouldn't I be a model employee? What exactly have I done wrong?
You want to know something? You're absolutely right.
Oh, man,
I retract everything I said.
What do you mean?
Are unbelievable.
This guy was a forgiveness.
No. This is what I was told. By Bernard and by Lou. This is not my experience.
By Chernoff and Joel.
And by Chernoff and Joel. This is
what's going on here, folks.
This is not.
I'm gonna lay it on that.
I don't believe it.
Here is how it works, folks. When Chernoff and Joel, and especially Joel, throw their hands up in the air when I won't play ball with them, which is going on right now behind the scenes about some stuff.
Well,
what they do is on the weekend, they call up Imus and say, Don, listen.
No, they didn't.
You got to beat the fat boy up.
No, they didn't do that. They didn't do that.
They absolutely
They
did.
did not. They absolutely did. I swear to God they
How
did.
would you don't even pay attention to what's going on at the radio station. What the hell do you know what's going on?
Bernard got me all jacked up about it.
About what?
Well,
What am I being accused of?
but I mean, Francesa's got a good point.
Man, he just turned you right around.
Because I'm loyal to Francesa.
Hold it.
Yeah.
Just explain to me for a minute. I'm confused. Where are you coming down on Francesa now? I really am.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
I'm not sure.
Is he or is he not an a-hole at this point?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
No, you're Mike?
Yes.
You are our guy.
Thank
You're the
you,
man.
guys.
Okay.
Well, Don, I learned everything from you. That's the only
It's 9 minutes after the hour. Mike Francesa here in the Imus Morning Program.
Geez, that was embarrassing.
That's unbelievable.
How is that embarrassing?
You are just
20 minutes ago, you were hammering him.
No, I wasn't hammering.
You weren't. You want to get the tape? What do you mean you weren't hammering?
Well, I got poor information. Get Chernoff in here right now. Get Chernoff in. Let's put Chernoff on. Let's get Chernoff in
Right
here.
away.
You're right.
Because we can actually cause some real ugliness, I think.
Really? Oh, good. Okay.
Well, let me just say this about Francesa. He's been very loyal to me, hasn't he? Hasn't he?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, what more should I be?
No, I'm trying to find out what I'm supposed to be doing.
Well,
yeah, we're trying to. We're echoing your tone. I'm whipsawed here. I don't know where to go.
Well, about half of what I made up.
Man. There's Mr. Chernoff now, the program director.
So what is the official management position on Francesa now?
I love Mike.
Oh, okay. So there's no behind-the-scenes problem we need to know about?
Well, we have issues occasionally and some now, but I love Mike.
Well, what are the issues?
Not to be discussed on the air.
Uh-huh. Here we go.
There's no personal issue.
Well, hasn't Mike been loyal for 13 years?
Well, the station's only been on since 1987. So
Well,
it's not
whatever it
13
is.
years.
12 years.
Mike
11
has been at the radio station and comes in and absolutely does his work and goes above and beyond many, many times, working extra like this weekend, yes.
Okay. So what's the problem?
There are some issues occasionally that come up between management and employees.
Who's easier to work with, me or him?
Oh, boy, that's not a fair question.
We hedged. That's the answer.
You're the easiest person to work with at the radio station.
I respect
There's
that.
no question about that.
But now see, Mike thinks, now Mike's my friend, by the way.
Mhm.
He thinks that you guys have put me up to this, which is not true.
That's absolutely
No,
not true. That's right. Have not.
Have
I had any conversation with you about this to make you want to say this?
No.
Well, this sounds like collusion. Right now it does.
How?
Yeah.
How is that collusion?
What do you mean collusion?
Well, I mean, you know, it's going back and forth.
Come on.
No, I haven't. Have I? I'm talking about leading the witness. My God.
Sounds like Bill Clinton talking to Betty Curry.
Boom, boom, boom.